What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream yet again. We got some news today, boys. We got some news today. Fury versus Ngannou is official. Francis Ngannou continues to just fumble the bag over and over and over again. I just can't believe it at this point. I've only called this situation correct for the last year. I've called this situation correct for the last year. I don't know anyone else who's gone out and put out the level of content and the level of detail that I've put out, the level of opinion and combined with actual fact-based, information in general, and got the Francis Ngannou story as correct as possible as I have. And I couldn't be, like, all jokes aside, I know I said he fumbled the bag. I'm kidding for anyone who doesn't realize that. For anyone out there that has continued, I can't wait for this stream, but we might go 2 hours tonight. We're 1 minute in. I'm already thinking about going 2 hours. We might just go 2 hours tonight. That's how excited I am. And I'm not excited because I've seen anything negative. I've seen anybody's downfall or anything like that. I'm excited to see somebody succeed because that's just the type of person I am, okay? I don't wait around the corner plotting on another man's downfall. I don't wait around the corner reaching in somebody else's pocket. I don't sit here about a person that I've never met, a person that does not know I exist, plotting for them to lose and plotting for them to not make the amount of money that they want to make, to not fulfill the dreams they want to fulfill in their life. That is just not me. So I couldn't be happier for Francis Ngannou. Amazing story. Oh, am I disappointed that there's no Francis Ngannou versus John Jones? Of course. I've said that from the beginning. The guy has taken on the UFC and he's won. He's taken on Dana White and his propaganda and he has won. At every turn, the MMA community has attempted to shame this guy, to discredit this guy, and to discourage this guy. And what did he do? He went out there and achieved everything he could have ever wanted in combat sports. Risked it all. And that's why I don't get why people were rooting against him. And guess what? Win or lose, October 28th, he's done what he wanted to do. He's achieved what he wanted to achieve. And imagine, just imagine, he pulls it off. Patty Mills, thank you for the $4.99. Connor let Joey out of the bathroom. Did anybody else see the bathroom joke I worked into the Francis Ngannou video? I hope you guys did. But yeah, we're going to get to questions here in a second. I just wanted to reiterate, if you are part of the MMA community, right, and you get all your information from Dana White and the UFC, and or extensions of the UFC and Dana White, i.e., certain MMA journalists, i.e., certain MMA channels that just take the UFC, a lot of MMA channels and a lot of MMA media in general, whether it be Brett Okamoto, Kevin Iole, what they do is they take Dana White and the UFC's propaganda, and then instead of thinking about it and then actually coming up with the truth and trying to figure out where the truth lies, they just then regurgitate it. That's it. That's all they do. They take what the UFC and Dana White says, all their propaganda at face value, and then they regurgitate it. And the MMA community as a whole, or the majority of the MMA community, I don't want to say as a whole because I'm part of the MMA community and this wasn't me, took Dana White's propaganda, took the UFC's propaganda, and just ate it up. They deep throat Dana White and his propaganda, and they were wrong. The MMA community as a whole, again, not as a whole, the majority of the MMA community should be embarrassed of themselves. And the thing is, even if Francis Ngannou did end up fumbling the bag, which has been the common thing, why would you root for that to happen to him? Why would you root for another human being's downfall? For no reason. You are regurgitating propaganda from a multi-billion-dollar company to wish for the downfall of a grown single man, one single grown man, just because that billion-dollar company wanted to see his downfall as well. Those people need to look themselves in the mirror because that is a weird behavior trait. And then on top of that, you get essentially that mob mentality. I would say 85, 90% were just like, well, everyone's saying it, so it must be true. Everyone's saying it, so it must just very well be true. People are jumping to conclusions without actual information. They're ignoring the facts. And I've said this from the beginning. Before we have any information, we cannot make a judgment on Francis Ngannou's decision making. But I also said from the beginning, regardless what Francis Ngannou does, the goalpost of these people will continue to move. Because not only are these people, you know, sycophants to Dana White in the UFC, and they're WME zombies, they're Zuffa zombies, UFC zombies, Dana White zombies, whatever you want to call them. Not only are they that, they're hard-headed too. You know, I still see some people saying, I still think this was a mistake. These people are stupid. These people cannot be reasoned with. There's some people who have realized and maybe, you know, adjusted their worldview, and all the information is just smacking them in the face. But I'm happy for Francis Ngannou. I'm happy for his success. Not because he knows me, not because he pays my bills, not because he cuts me a check, but just because. Just because. He's another human being chasing after his dreams. He doesn't have some checkered past that makes me think he's a scumbag and that he should fail. That's it. That's it. The UFC, at the end of the day, the UFC ain't losing a dollar. They're going to keep making their money. They're going to be fine. If anyone lost, it was the UFC and the fans. Because the UFC could have allowed this, and we could have still got Francis Ngannou, John Jones. The UFC could have made Francis Ngannou versus John Jones for years, but John Jones couldn't come to a negotiation, couldn't come to terms with negotiations with the UFC. So I'm just happy to see Ngannou continue to fumble the bag. And by fumble the bag, I mean literally get everything he could have ever wanted, every goal that he set publicly, to achieve all of it. That is the ultimate bag fumble if I've ever seen one. Couldn't be happier for him. We'll talk about the fight. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about that. Guys, throw questions in the chat. Do me a favor, like the stream. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Do me a favor, check out the Francis Ngannou video I put out earlier today, which is actually doing quite well. And it's still picking up steam, and it's still picking up subscribers. But I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. Appreciate you guys joining me tonight. Let's read some messages. I agree his cardio isn't, I don't even know what you're talking about. Conor literally went more than 25 minutes with the best boxer of our generation. Okay. Okay, he still went more championship UFC fight with the best boxer of generation. Okay. Apparently you guys are just arguing in the chat. Joey, let your wife out of the Boston Crab. You're late. She had me in the Boston Crab. She had me in the Boston Crab. And by the way, thank you again, Patty Mills, for the $4.99. What's up, Patty? What's up, Jono? Joey, we forgive you for being late. We know you were watching Tough. Yeah, I was catching the end of Tough. I'm kidding. I don't watch the Tough. No way you're buying that boxing pay-per-view. I'm going to. I'm going to, even though I don't even care about watching it. I will buy it. Depending on how much it is, if I can gift one, I might do a random giveaway on my channel and gift one away. Because guess what? What I say, the things that I say on this channel is not me playing a character. The things that I say on this channel are not just motivated by bias. The things I say on this channel is just my honest opinion, okay? Nothing is motivating me outside of looking at the evidence, looking at the facts, and giving my opinion. And I wanted to support this guy. But I also wanted to be fact-based. If I thought he made a mistake, I thought he made a mistake. But now that he has achieved exactly what he set out to achieve, the way the MMA community has treated him while he's been attaining these achievements, I have to show my support. I have to show my support in some capacity, which means it's one grown man buying a pay-per-view to put money in another grown man's pocket. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I intend to do. So if anybody wants to donate towards my Francis Ngannou pay-per-view, feel free. But I plan on it. Yo, Joey, been watching forever. Finally joined membership tonight. What finally sent you over the edge to join membership? Thank you for becoming a member, ET. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for the membership. Dana White, 8 Crow. I'm waiting for the big news. Maybe it's coming out tomorrow. Maybe it's coming out tomorrow, boys. I'm waiting for the big news. Glad to see Ngannou get that fight. I am as well. Hamzat versus Cannonier announced for Full Violence. Full Violence is not a reliable source, but sometimes they do report reliable information. What is going to be the co-main for Jones-Stipe? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. It could be a title fight. It could not be a title fight. If I had to guess, I'm going to say it's not going to be a title fight. It'll be like a big fight from another division of some sort. I don't know what it will be off the top of my head. I can't think of something. John Jones is 36 years old. Stipe's 40 years old. Stipe's still young. 4 years difference between Jones and Stipe. Hit that like button, everyone. I would appreciate it. He did it. He's feeding his family. No discussion there, and they're eating good. They eating good. Joey, new member here. Thank you again, ET, for the membership. Rip Tough. What happened on Tough? How's your Kane Corso? He's doing well. You are a legend. Thank you, NME. All right, now Mason's just talking dumb shit in the chat. Dude, Mason, you're an idiot with these dumb statements here. Super happy for Francis. If he somehow actually pulls off a win, he'd be an absolute legend. Oh. Whew. If he pulls that off. It's going to be so damn funny. If he knocks him dead, it would be hilarious. Joey going from 10K to 11K has gone fast. I know. We're basically there. If you guys could subscribe, double check and make sure you're subscribed. Per Michael Chiesa, UFC 293 fight news will drop this week. Chiesa shares the same manager with Dricus Du Plessis. Yeah, I figured it would. My favorite part of the Holly Holm versus Silva video was the Josh Parisian action. Can somebody go to that video real quick? I forgot. I just saw it, but I'm not going to plug up my headset right now. Somebody commented a timestamp. Can someone go tell me what that timestamp was? I'm assuming it's something about the butt crack, but I'm not sure. If someone could tell me. It's like a 14-minute timestamp. 14:48. I don't know what it is. But I have to go check it. Leo, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Love what you do for grown men. Ngannou pay-per-view. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Leo. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, normally I wouldn't have. Normally I wouldn't have purchased this. I don't really have any interest in it. If you guys watch my channel, if you guys have been watching my channel for any extended period of time, you will see across the board on all issues, I'm 100% consistent. Obviously, you know, things can happen that can change your worldview. But typically, I don't watch MMA boxing. I don't care for MMA boxing. But I feel like as my obligation as a MMA fan to see the way the MMA community has treated Francis Ngannou, I support him as a whole. And I want to purchase the pay-per-view just to support him. And again, if I can gift one in a reasonable way, I will gift one. We'll do some type of giveaway or something. If it's possible to do. I don't know if it's possible. We'll see. I don't even know where it's going to be for sale at. It was a timestamp where you called Dumont versus Chandler a barn burner. Thank you. Thank you. Joey fumbled the bag by not fighting Ngannou when he was available. That's true. Who has followed the channel throughout the entire Francis Ngannou saga? Who has followed the channel? Have I not covered it down to a T for the entirety of the situation? Let me know. I'm genuinely curious from your perspective. Let me know, honest opinion from your perspective. Have I not covered it to a T? Thank you very much. And I feel like I'm the only person. Saying it. The MMA media isn't doing it. There's no pushback when Dana White, puts out his propaganda about it. I guess for some reason I'm the only person with any type of platform that I guess has critical thinking, can look at evidence and formulate their opinion based on evidence and fact, and doesn't just jump to conclusions and regurgitate propaganda. But maybe there is someone else. But I've said this from the beginning. People slowly, as the time went on, everyone started jumping on the let's shit on Francis Ngannou train. I never once I said, we got to wait. So, Blaze 1 said, yup. Joel Bell says, yes, sir. ESPN did prior to the Tyson fight. Fair enough. Leo says yes. When I heard the Francis news, I was thinking about Dana's about to announce GSP Silva and Connor Habib too. Yeah, you got a good head on your shoulders. That's why. A YouTuber called Beige Frequencies covered it nicely. The Ngannou situation. Well, that's good to hear. I haven't heard of him. Joe, but there's so many channels cropping up nowadays. It's impossible to know. Joey, Ngannou fumbled the bag. He's only getting $100 million over the next few years. You cover this situation perfectly with zero bias. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate you, Jerry. Yeah, I mean, he fumbled the... Can you imagine fumbling that badly? What an absolute joke that is. I mean, I got so tired of hearing that expression. The UFC fumbled the bag. The UFC fumbled the bag because guess what? They could have done Ngannou versus Fury, got a cut of the money from Ngannou Fury, and then elevated Ngannou's name off of the Fury fight and propelled him into a John Jones fight, making it even bigger. So, you know, Morning Combat pushed back on the UFC a lot. Okay, fair enough. Joey, now Ngannou is going to get embarrassed and humiliated, then go on to fight fat old men at PFL, sell 20K pay-per-views, but he's getting paid, so that's all that matters. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's going to go fight one of the best boxers of all time, maybe win, maybe lose, then go on to smash other opponents in a professional MMA organization and get every possible thing he could have ever asked for in his entire career. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Good way to spin the narrative, though. Too boring, no substance. Don't read back the chat. We can all see it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? Dana White would switch up faster than a blink if he got a cut of the Fury and Ngannou fight. Exactly. If Dana announces Pena fight, I'm done with MMA. I think people just expected Fury versus Ngannou fight announcement as soon as Ngannou left the UFC. Yeah, but they needed to wait. He was still recovering from an injury, and he can't negotiate until he's officially out of the UFC. So, Dana crying in his pillow right now. That he is. That he is. It just... What's shocking to me is, imagine doing the bidding of a multi-billion-dollar company in an attempt to delegitimize somebody for no reason. For no reason. Lacks any reasoning. Joe, I know you don't really know anything about boxing, but dude, get real. Ngannou's going to get killed and brutally finished by Fury. Wilder hits harder than Francis, and Fury took his biggest shots. Look, dude, I've said from the beginning I don't think Francis Ngannou wins. Okay? So I don't know what you mean, get real. Get real. Whenever I have... Go back and watch any video. I said I didn't want him to take a boxing match because I thought he was going to lose. But at the end of the day, he's got everything that he ever wanted in his combat sports career. You know what I mean? He's probably, what is he going to get paid, 15, 20 million to fight Tyson Fury? At least 10 million? I'd go box Tyson Fury right now for 10 million. I don't care if I get finished. You know? I don't care if I get finished. So, Chandler 7-0, just so you know. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. I was kind of hoping Francis would box the GOAT, Maurice Green. You know what's funny? People say, oh, Francis is going to get destroyed by Tyson Fury. You know what people would... Those same people, if Francis Ngannou was going to box somebody that he would destroy, they'd be, oh, yeah, he's setting up squash matches. I've told you this, guys, a million times, and I'm not necessarily saying you, Jungle. There is no world in which Francis Ngannou, in these people's minds, in these UFC and Dana White sycophants' minds, there is no way that Ngannou wins. In their minds, there's no way they would possibly wrong. If Francis Ngannou brutally KO'd Tyson Fury, meanwhile, multiple UFC heavyweights fought out their contracts and came to PFL, and Francis Ngannou flatlined both of them, let's say two of them, fought out his PFL deal, re-signed with the UFC, and flatlined KO John Jones, you know what the narrative would be then? It would be, oh, he came crawling back. He couldn't do it without the UFC. He came crawling back. I thought it was so... The grass was greener on the other side, huh? That's what it would be. Again, let me regurgitate that. If Francis knocked out Fury, went to PFL, fought two heavyweights that fought out their contracts in PFL, smashed both of them, sold pay-per-views through the roof, and then came back to the UFC to KO John Jones, who hadn't lost in the meantime, the narrative would be, oh, he came crawling back. He thought the grass was greener on the other side. It just never ends with these people. They're rooting against the man for no apparent reason. other than the UFC wants them to. Waiting for the UFC to announce a bunch of fights soon. That's what I've been waiting on all day. That's what I've been waiting on all day. Apparently, I'm looking at Twitter right now. Apparently, McGregor happens. What happens if it's a clean sweep? Dude, that's funny. That's funny. The point... Oh, fellow traveler, thank you for the $2 dono. The UFC isn't very good at promoting its fighters. They are when they want to be. Exactly. Francis is making more money in one fight than the entire UFC fighting career. They're talking crap about Francis, but the guy he put to bed is fighting for a UFC title. Exactly. Expect the biggest card in UFC history on the same day Francis fights. I don't think it's going to happen. UFC 294. Yeah, there's a pay-per-view the week before. So unless they push back that pay-per-view... then maybe they do, maybe they don't. Wouldn't it be funny if Dana White goes there? Tyson Fury should be like negative 900. Yeah, I have no idea. The point is, Francis got his dream and money at the same time. Highly impressive, exactly. What's up, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, Clay. Not really, but good to see you. I'm waiting for Dana to announce Magomed Shiripov's return. That'd be nice, but it's not going to happen. Chimaev versus Usman fight getting announced real soon. I doubt it, but maybe. You know Dana White had no sleep. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. This just in. Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler has been switched to a tag team match. Conor will team up with his fellow Irishman Ian Gary to face Chandler and Gary's 291 opponent Jeff Neal. Kevin Ioli's mouth is Dana White's personal biology project, basically, dude. I've called out these MMA media members since I've started the channel. They are part of the reason that I was inspired to make this channel to begin with. Because most of these media members are literally just Dana White's lapdogs. Did you guys enjoy how I called him out in the video too? Dude's a lapdog. He's a lapdog. He's an embarrassment to himself. He's an embarrassment to his family. I understand some of these guys have to make a buck. So I am kind of sympathetic to it, but it couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I'm not going to sell my soul for $1. I will continue to say what I believe on this channel, regardless of what anyone thinks. I will continue to say, the truth on this channel, regardless of what anyone thinks. And I'll continue to just be myself. But some people are just like, I'll take $1 to lie and use certain company biases for a paycheck. Not for me. Not for me. Joe, I'm so offended by Izzy, I can't sleep at night, but I have to go watch Colby and Strickland interviews now. That is true. I might have to make a video on that, bro. The fact that, so don't get me wrong, I've been consistent. I don't like Adesanya, the way he's acted. He's been cringy. He's been corny. But the fact that so much of the MMA community is upset about what Francis Ngannou, not what Francis Ngannou, the fact that so much of the MMA community has been upset about Israel Adesanya and his recent behavior. And they're constantly bringing up race when it comes to involved in this situation. And that's fine because the situation is racial in a way. These same people literally touch themselves to Sean Strickland and Colby Covington interviews. You tell me. What does that mean? What can we deter from that? What can we defer from that, huh? I don't know. Somebody let me know. I find that very funny. Conor McGregor, Colby Covington, Sean Strickland can say whatever they want. Anything they want at any time, whether it be about, a certain country, a certain nationality, a certain gender. Izzy just says the N-word a certain way that's cringy, and now all of a sudden it's an issue? Oh, they're so upset? It's so funny to me that all of a sudden the MMA community cares about racism. All of a sudden, the MMA community cares about racism when they perceive it to be a black man being racist towards a white man. But if you dare mention it the other way around, you're just crucified for it. I take that from what you will. Some of you guys might not like to hear that. And again, it's not everyone. I'm not saying it's the entire community or anything like that. I just find it very very telling. And you guys can use your critical thinking to try to figure out why that might be, you know? So you guys may hate me for it. You guys may love me for it. I don't know. I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm going to speak my mind. I hope you guys listen. If you don't listen, you don't need to listen. But a lot of the times I say these things because they need to be said, nobody else will say them because everyone else is scared. Even people that believe it and people that see it, they're afraid to say it because of backlash, you know? So, you know what I mean? I'll say what I need to say, and that's it. People can hate it. They can unsubscribe. They can never watch again. I'm not holding anyone. I'm not putting a gun to anyone's head and make them watch my channel, you know? Again, you can pander to certain fan bases and pander to certain, you know, beliefs, and you can grow a following rather fast, you know? But that's just not what I believe in. That's not what I believe in. I believe in being yourself, speaking your mind, using logic, you know, analyzing fact and looking at evidence and then formulating opinion based on that, you know, asking questions to figure out the truth. So, and looking at circumstances. Izzy and DDP aren't even from the same country. Okay. Joey unveiling some hard truths. It explained the majority of MMA community type. There you go. Yeah, you guys can put your critical thinking caps on and figure it out. Colby Covington versus Sean Strickland? Sure. Izzy manifested DDP's win. Maybe he did. Joe Rogan used the N-word? Okay. They'll say you are race baiting? Fair enough. When I see the kind of people in the MMA community, I wonder what age they are. That is true. Literally everyone thinks it, only you say it. Because guess what? I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm not on here to pretend to be somebody so you like me. That's it. That's it. That's not what I'm trying to do. Do I hope that you like me? Sure. I'm not going to pretend and pander to everything you want to hear just so I can grow a following. I'm not scared of anybody. There's not a person online that I'm scared of. There's not a person in real life that I'm scared of. There's not a company that I'm scared of. There's nobody. I speak for myself. I stand behind what I say, and that's it. And I know there's some people, when I just made those connections there, when just, you know, a few minutes ago when I made those connections, there is people that will be watching this right now, and they'll be infuriated. How dare he suggest that? How dare he suggest that? And those are the type of people you want to steer clear of in terms of friendship, in terms of personal relationship, because their worldview is just so delusional. So I'll continue to do what I believe should be said. I'll continue to say what I believe should be said. And I'll continue to say what I believe. I'm not going to hide my thoughts because of some type of fear of backlash. If everyone unsubscribes today, that's fine. Everyone can go unsubscribe. That's fine by me. Because I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. If you want to live in some type of echo chamber full of UFC propaganda, be my guest. Go do that. I'm sure there's plenty of people where you can find that. It's crazy when Izzy stuck up for Joe Rogan saying the N-word. Fans loved him. Now he's speaking against DDP and they're mad. Dude, the MMA fan base is something else, for sure. I low-key think Francis and Tyson were going to announce the fight later this week, but bait it to UFC so they won't announce on the same day. What do you mean? How did they bait the UFC? I think DDP will win one fight and Izzy will win the rematch. I don't think so, but maybe. Joey has defended Francis, Bilal, the Dagestanis against stupid media members and fans who jerk off Dana, Colby, and Connor. Nobody does this better than Joey. His voice is much needed. Yeah, and some people think of that as some type of bias towards them. No, it just doesn't exist. It's just I'm seeing these loud voices continue to regurgitate certain misstatements and propaganda. And so then because I see this, I'm like, oh, well, okay, well, I gotta respond to this because it's being regurgitated around the MMA community. That's why. I'm not defending anyone. I'm just seeing certain statements and continue to respond to those because I'm trying to educate the MMA community. At the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to do here, you know. He loves the story arc. The only people who truly dislike DDP are Izzy fans. I don't dislike him. You know they're fuming. Exactly. Joe, are you going to watch the boxing match with Clay Guida and his boys? I'll think about it. Why are you so defensive? Who said I was defensive? I don't even know what that means. I mean, I know what you mean. I know what the words mean. I understand what you're saying, but I don't understand the context of what you mean. If Charles beats Islam, he's the lightweight GOAT. Fair enough. You don't need to explain why you believe in your beliefs. I don't know what that means. You don't even need to be in the chat. You can go find somewhere else. I don't understand. You're tuning into my live stream. I'm doing this for free. You know, so I don't get what you're saying. I'm so happy to see you collaborate with Lucas Tracy. I got a lot of positive feedback on that, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. Over 100 watching now. Yep, appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. I don't even know what you're getting at here. Okay, I don't know what you're getting at. I'm just talking on my live stream as some random grown man. I'm assuming you're another grown man watching one grown man, and you're complaining about one grown man says in his spare time, free online, when you could literally be doing anything else. So I think that's something you need to look at personally. Be like, look, I'm gonna go do something better with my time. You know, if you don't enjoy it, then that's fine. I wish I even knew specifically what you were complaining about so I could continue to do it, but I don't understand. I think the next fight to make in Abu Dhabi is 100% Islam versus Carl Deaton. Yeah, especially if you win Saturday. That's better put, Joey. Appreciate you. GSP versus Robbie Lawler, UFC Fight Pass Invitational 5 was just announced. Are you trolling or is that true? Not sure if you believe, but you must believe in this, but you must have a high IQ, your ability to analyze mentally of large swaths of the MMA community. Okay, I appreciate it, man. I'll take it. I will take it. I appreciate you. Hey, I don't know. I'm not sitting here trying to say, oh, I'm the smartest person in the room or I'm the best person in the room. All I'm saying is the way that I make my content and I formulate my opinions is to look at evidence, look at what I'm seeing right in front of me, ask questions, answer those questions to myself, and then formulate an opinion based on that. Any level of excitement for this weekend's card? What's the best fight on the card? No, there's like zero level of excitement. Best fight on the card is probably Jung Park versus Albert Duraev. What other MMA YouTubers do you like to watch? I don't like to watch any of them. I literally don't watch any of them. I know I've said this, so some of you guys who are always in the stream probably are tired of hearing it. I don't watch the UFC embeddeds. I don't watch the UFC countdowns. I don't watch the UFC press conferences. I don't watch the UFC weigh-ins. I'll occasionally peep at a clip here and there, maybe see if somebody missed weight, how they looked on the scale. I don't got enough time for that, and I don't care enough to do it. I absorb information that I need to know, and that's it. So call me a casual, say what you want. I'm not watching any other MMA YouTube channels, really. There's a couple I've popped in on live streams, say hi, what's up, maybe listen a little bit, but that's it. Robert Whitaker's washed up. I don't know about all that. I didn't know this John was free. I won't donate then. Fair enough. Yeah. People think speaking with conviction is being defensive nowadays. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just giving my opinion. Thoughts on the retirement of Kevin Lee? Should have happened years ago. Dude fought to a close fight with Diego Sanchez. Yeah. I can't believe people thought that he was going to beat Renat Fakhretdinov. Joey is right about this, deserves a victory lap, but I'm not even taking a victory lap. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying these people who were rooting against him are disturbing. Even if Francis did make a mistake inevitably, let's say he inevitably made a mistake, he realized he made a mistake, he made less money, we could all see it, it was clear as day based on the evidence, why would you root for that? What would make you root for that? What has he done to deserve that? That's my question. Fun fact, Volk's first UFC fight was at 55. Was it? I did not remember that. Did you finish high school, Joey? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I got a master's degree. Maybe I don't. Maybe I got a bachelor's degree. Maybe I don't. Maybe I got a doctorate. Maybe I don't. Wow, Rob loses one fight and he's washed. Exactly. McKinney versus Salihov will be competitive, but McKinney's side just the first round. Yeah, I think that's a fun fight. I think McKinney wins, though. I don't know what this means, Johnny. You had a typo there. Can't help but favor Silva over Holm. Think too much weight being put on Holm's last win against the Warshiana. That is true. That is true. I just think Holm will be able to use her footwork. I think Holm will be able to use her footwork and not get taken down. Drew, do you agree that Gary goes to shootbox? I have no idea what you mean. Is he going to a different training camp is what you're saying? Dricus the African King sends Izzy back to China. This is a joke. Yeah, the thing is, I hate. I can't even laugh at that because I just hate the entire. I hate the entire storyline in general. Thoughts on Izzy's post? What was Izzy's post? Let me go see what someone's sending me on Discord. I'm done. I am done. I'm glad Kevin Lee finally retired. Well overdue. Agreed. Dricus is allowed to be proud to be African. That he is. Whatever happened to Jeraine Durandamy? Now Nunes is gone. She should come back. I don't know what's going on with Jeraine Durandamy. I don't know what is going on with Jeraine Durandamy. She's just disappeared off the face of the earth. I have no idea. Trivia question. What gym did Leon Edwards train at against Kamaru Usman 1? I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't remember. It's truly inspirational to see 2 Chinese champs in the UFC. That would be inspirational. GDR had a kid, I think. Did she? I did not know that. African children will know they become UFC champions without leaving Africa. Yeah, I guess they probably think of that. Jermaine's a police officer, isn't she? I'm not following the career of Jeraine Durandamy. What are you going to name your son if you had one or adopt it? I think I would name him probably MMA Johnny. I'm thinking. That's what I'd probably go with. He said a Gary to shoot box, although the source of the news is one in Spanish. Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't paid attention to that. His almost 40, just gave birth. I don't doubt she's coming back. Probably not. Believe it or not, AKA. I did not know that. I did not know that. If you were to wager on Otman Azaitar versus Francisco Prado, who would win and how? I have a full prediction video. I would really appreciate it, even if you guys don't care about the card. If you guys would all go watch my full card prediction, it would help me a lot. It pained me to do it, but I did all the research for it, so I probably spent like 10 hours on it. So if you could please go watch it later, even if you don't listen to it 100%, and like it and comment on it as well. But I believe Otman Azaitar KOs him in the first round. I think Otman Azaitar is still pretty good. What would you do if you walked in on Dana and Connor and Kevin Iole in the public restroom? I'd run out screaming, I just saw a human centipede. That's what I would do. Jeraine Durandamy, former UFC champion, ready to return. I'd name my child Clay Guida and his boys. Yeah. I'm hoping a lot of you guys have a son and name him MMA Joey. I hope you guys do. You know what's the weirdest thing to me? First off, saying that out loud is weird. Second off, the few times that I have collabed with people, when they're like, oh, we got MMA Joey on, I'm like, well, who the fuck is that? I'm like, oh, that's me. It's just because it's my YouTube channel. It's just my YouTube channel name. It's like so weird. It's beyond weird to me. Like, that's my online alias. Look, I'm going to be honest, guys. The members already know this. The members in the Discord already know this. My name's not even Joey. It's Dave. My name's actually Dave. I just thought Joey it'd be funny to use a different name for my YouTube channel. Pena got strangled by JDR. I forgot that fight. That is true. Sadyukab is the perfect name for a baby. Yeah. I was thinking maybe going with Kakramanov instead. You look like a Hubert. Yeah, I was almost named Herbert, but then I decided to go Dave. I feel so lied to. MMA Dave doesn't have the same ring to it. That's funny. I feel so lied to. You'll never know if I'm telling the truth or not. What's up, Joey? How are you tonight? I'm doing good, Fight Life. How are you enjoying The Ultimate Fighter? Joey, have you ever been recognized in public? If not, I wonder how many subscribers it would take for that to occur. Believe it or not, I've never been recognized. Not this part. Obviously, you're gonna believe this part. I got 10,000 subscribers. Nobody's gonna recognize me. I don't even think anybody recognized me if I had 100K subscribers. Believe it or not, the weirdest thing happened to me in the summer of 2021. I had like a portion of my yard that was like dirt that's connected to my driveway, and I decided to have it paved so I could have an extra like 3 spots or 2 spots kind of in my driveway. And when they were finished up, for whatever reason, they needed to be paid by check. I don't remember the reason. They didn't have something they could take card or something. So I had to pay via check. So I had to get a check, which I never even write checks. And he said, oh, my son's going to stay here and wait for it. We got to go. So they're going to another job. So I go write a check and I bring it back out. And the son, maybe like 18 years old, maybe 17, just old enough to drive. I walk outside and I hand him the check and he said, you got a YouTube channel, don't you? And I was like, no, why? Because I'm like, there's no way. I didn't even have 1,000 yet. Like, there's no way. He's like, oh, you look like this guy. And I forgot who it is, but it was some guy that had like an outdoorsy, like dirt bike YouTube channel. He pulled him up and showed him to me. I can't remember who it is. I think I might have subscribed on my personal account or something just to remember it, but I don't remember who it was. And he was like, dude, you look just like this guy. And it's just like a heavier set guy with a dark black beard. And it was like similar enough where I guess you could confuse it. But I was like weirded out like hell for a second. I was like, no. So, but yeah, that's my only story of being recognized. Not really though. Would you spend the rest of your life in a wheelchair in order to save the UFC from being shut down? Absolutely not. I'm not giving up my ability to walk for $1 billion company. Nah. I'd find another hobby. MMA Dave, Joe Jiu-Jitsu is the best name. Jesus Joey, that's weird AF. What is weird? Which part is weird? Pena was, I don't even know, dude. I don't even remember what I said 10 seconds ago, so you're going to have to fill me in on what's weird. I would love to know what you're talking about, though. Pena was winning every round of the JDR fight before the submission. That's why I picked Pena to beat Amanda. Ooh. You look like a Joey. Fair enough. MMA Davey. These channels should introduce you as the MMA YouTube champion, MMA Joey. I don't know about all that. Hi, Dave. What other hobbies do you have? Fishing, disc golf, taking my dog on hikes, stuff like that. New mythical YouTube, MMA Dave. Dirt Bike Dave. I don't know, dude. I don't remember the name. I don't know if I'd recognize it. It's been over 2 years. It was probably July 2021. So it's only a couple months in. I don't even think I had 1,000 yet. A new mythical YouTuber. Okay, I already read that. What's up, Joey? What's up, Kuma? What's going on, my friend? What is going on? What is going on, my friend? Is Tyson Buster Douglas the biggest upset ever still? And if Ngannou wins, would it be bigger? I have no idea. I don't even know. Like, I know what you're talking about. Let me see something real quick. Okay, that's... Hold on a second. I posted a couple of videos on Instagram today of me calling the Francis Ngannou situation, which has been hilarious. That Indian dude, thank you for the 10 Australian dollars. I don't even know what that is anymore. The UFC fans are already shifting the goalpost. It's not how Ngannou. It's now about Ngannou not fighting for fighters' pay. Also good on Ngannou for saying a word about this DDP fiasco. What did he say about the DDP fiasco? But yeah, of course, the goalposts are always going to move. I've been saying that from the very beginning. Damn, Joe, you're officially famous as hell. Why? What am I famous for? Dude, people with millions of subscribers aren't even famous, let alone 10,000. Let alone 10,000. But thank you, that Indian dude. The goalposts are going to continue to shift over and over and over again. And I'm glad that you recognize that. I'm glad you have the ability to recognize that because it's an absolute joke. It is an absolute positive joke. Now, there was something I wanted to go look at, but now I can't remember what it was. This is annoying. Very annoying, and I can't think of it. I was trying to go look at something on my channel, but I forgot what it was. Have you been to a card live before? Yes. Yes, I have. You should change the name of your channel to Average MMA Joe. Nah. You're the kind of guy that wouldn't go by Dave if your name was David. Fair enough. Fair enough. Joe, you're definitely famous in the MMA community. You walk into a UFC event, you sure people will recognize me? I doubt it, dude. I seriously doubt that. Maybe one person out of 30,000. But I doubt it. But I mean, the chances are maybe 1 to 5 people would know me there, or just recognize me from there. But of those 5 people, maybe 1 sees me. Probably 0 sees me. I don't think so. Joe, you're famous for your celebration of Israel's KO in the 2nd round. It could be heard from space. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Dave is such a fake name. Okay. Alger's chance of winning versus Volk 0. Every MMA fan better be rooting for Francis for this fight. Nah. They'll be rooting against him. They want him to fail. They want him to lose. They want him to get brutalized. Mark my words. The same MMA fans that have been rooting against Francis Ngannou will now say, let's say Ngannou wins by KO. I'm not saying he's going to, but let's say he does win by KO. They'll say it's rigged. It's a fluke. You know? Yeah. Let me go look at something real quick, just out of pure curiosity. UFC 270. Ah, that didn't work. UFC 270 post. It's probably still up there. I remember people saying the Francis Ngannou Cyril Gane decision was rigged. John, oh, thank you for the 4 months of membership. Channel keeps growing, as the goalposts keep shifting. That it does, John. Oh, thank you for the 4 months of membership. Joe, are you gonna watch Barbie? Maybe. I'd think about it. I'm gonna go see Oppenheimer. I thought Francis was trying to help out the fighters, but just himself. He did help out the fighters. I mean, that's crazy. He's helped out the fighters massively. Go watch my videos. You'll understand what I mean. I've heard all of the other MMA YouTubers mention your channel at one point. You'd definitely be recognized at a live event. What are they saying? You got to fill me in. What have they been saying? And who are you talking about? I'm not aware of this. 11K Joey Hollywood. Let's effing go. Just don't forget about us. Andy, how mad will you be if I get like 100K subs and I just never read your message ever again? I mean, yeah, I'm too cool for that. I'm too cool for that. So there's only 1 fight left for McGregor to win. I'm done. Is that true? That's funny. That's hilarious. If you guys could all do me a favor, like the stream. Poirier or Gaethje? I'm leaning Poirier. What's your take on Charles Oliveira saying that he will not fight differently for Islam Makhachev? Doesn't sound like it makes a whole lot of sense, but who knows what he actually means. And he could just be trying to throw Islam off his scent. Fire department will be called immediately. Makes sense to me. Connor's 0-7. What's the new goal for 2023 subs? The goal is 20K by the end of the year. We got 6 months to make it happen. So I'll tell you guys this again. If you watch a video and enjoy it, like it, comment on it, and watch it all the way through. The most important thing you can do is watch the videos for long periods of time. That's what helps build it in the algorithm. The longer you watch, the better it is for the algorithm. And then also, if you know other people who will enjoy the content, send it to them. Tell them to subscribe. Post it on Twitter. Post it on your Instagram. Post a reel with it. Post a TikTok with it. I don't care. Share it any way possible. And just help the channel grow that way, you know? But yeah, I'm looking for 20K this year. I'm looking to hit 20K. I think it's possible. I think it's a good goal. I'd like to surpass it. You know, maybe 25, but I don't know. That seems maybe a little bit too far. But you never know. Joe, would you rather me watch every minute of every video and never like, or like everything and never watch? Watch every minute of every video. But I prefer you do both. Do you still have merch I want to buy? I still do. But I made that originally as like an OG type of thing. A couple people asked me to do it. But just send me a message on Discord and I'll send it to you. Or go in one of my older videos, because I've been meaning to kind of shut it down a little bit because it was an OG thing. Eventually I'll redo it when I build up the channel more. It was supposed to be just like an OG type thing, but you are an OG, so but you should be able to find it maybe like 2 months ago. Find a link on it in the description. If not, just message me on Discord and I will send you a link before I shut it down in the meantime. I usually watch half of it. I'll try to watch all. That would help the channel grow for sure. If every single one of you guys in this chat start watching every video from beginning to end, it would help me a lot. My fault still. Okay, I don't know what that means, but all right. Okay, sounds good. Yep. Yeah, just send me a thing, or just look in a video from like a month or two ago and you'll be able to find it in the description. But I'm going to shut it down in the next month or so. And then I'll relaunch something like that, you know, like 50K or something like that. It was just kind of supposed to be like an OG type thing. Do you think Pantoja holds on to the flyweight belt? No. I would pick Moreno in a rematch. Do you have a pre-fight meal? Not particularly. What's up, Joey? What's up, Brendan? What's going on, Brendan? I hope you are well. RDA is Colby's last win now, but he's a draw apparently. His last win. What do you mean is Colby's last win now? His last win who's still in the UFC? That's what you're saying. His last win who's still currently in the UFC. Sounds about right. That boy Joey, a legendary warrior. I guess so. I guess so. Apparently, according to somebody, all these other channels are mentioning me somehow. I'm going to get recognized at an event. Imagine I just got to whoop someone's ass at an event. Imagine that. Someone recognized me like, hey, man, I heard what you said about Colby not being a draw. Oh, my. I'd be pissed. Just do it after the event. Do it after the event. Because I have no problem fighting somebody. But I want to make sure it's after the event so we at least get to watch the event. You know? Joey, how can I exchange fantasy chips for real money? I have no idea what that means. Prediction, Albazi or Royval fight not announced in the works. It will not be Royval. Royval just fought Pantoja, so I doubt it. Fumble the Bag Brigade, very quiet. Even Dana has no fights to counter-promote with. I think he'll announce something soon. Do you think Oliveira still keeps his title shot even if he sits out? He's not guaranteed a title shot as it stands right now. If I had to ultimately guess right now, I think Islam Volk 2 happens in October. I think Islam Volk 2 happens in October. You think it would be Cop? Cop has a fight coming up. Cop has a fight coming up. Me remembering when DC was commentating makes me remember when I fight in the stands. I do remember that. Joey versus Colby D Riders open in the 295 main card, hopefully. I'm going to an event and fighting Joey right before the main event. Oh, I'd be heated. I'd be heated. So let me get this straight. If you guys went to an event and you saw me, you'd come up to me. What would you even say to me? I would feel so uncomfortable. But what would you even say to me? That's the real question. You come up to me, what do you say? Give me your pitch. That Indian dude, thank you for the $5 Australian. MMA Guru versus Ariel Helwani in a debate. Helwani eats his lunch right. I mean, MMA Guru, he could afford to lose a few of his lunches. I don't know, dude. I really don't know. I couldn't tell you what happens in the debate. I'm not even sure exactly what eats his lunch means, right? I'm assuming that means win. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of him to really know. I haven't seen it. I don't even watch Ariel anymore. I haven't watched Ariel in years. I haven't watched Ariel since the MMA beat. I just catch clips of interviews. That's it. Clips of interviews on Instagram or Twitter that are notable. That's what I catch. As far as Guru, I've watched like one video of his. You know, in my entire YouTube existence since I heard of him. So, but thank you for the $5 Australian. Ngannou is a James Buster Douglas 2.0. I don't know what that means, but I'll take your word for it. But let them know you're in the building. Nah, in a fight, who wins, Royval or Albazi? I'd probably go Royval. MMA Johnny better pull up to the event for the fade. Exactly. Joey, I'll dap you up and keep it pushing. You wouldn't try to take me to the public restroom? I would want to say. I'd hand you 5 and say, here you go. Now you hand me 5 and then just hold up a piece of paper with a message on it with a question. I'm going to thank you, Leo Cha, for the super chat. Now, I think that'd be funny. I think it'd be funny, like someone say, hey, man, I watch your channel. I'd literally be like, dude, that's so cool. That's so cool. I think you guys would walk up to me and be like, look me up and down. Be like, damn, this guy's an absolute unit. I'm basically Val Woodburn mixed with Uberim. You'd be like, this guy's a unit. An absolute unit. What's up, Joey, my African brother? Let's go into the public restroom. That's what I would say. Oh, my goodness. That's funny. That is funny. Think fast. What number was Gaethje versus Ferguson? 249. Easy work. I would say, hey, I'm Goat Zay. Nice to meet you. Oh, my God. That'd be funny. If you had a drink or any kind of food, I'd slap it out of your hand and exclaim, easy. And then we'd have a good laugh about it. Oh, my goodness. That'd be funny. That'd be funny. I just get something like for like $25 from the concession stand. You just smack it out of my hand as hard as you can. That'd be funny, bro. Joe, what is the first MMA fight you ever watched? The first card I've ever ordered was UFC 114. What's up, Joey? What's going on, T-Ball Paul? I want to break the ice, and so I'd say, hey, aren't you that guy who ate 62 hot dogs, but then I offer to pay for whatever you're grabbing? Thank you. Appreciate it. I think you'd most simply get people calling you out by channel name and few references from inside the chat stuff. Maybe. I have a hard time believing that it would even happen. But maybe it would. I don't know. We'll find out one day. We will find out one day. I'd hand you a dozen wings from Wingstop, and then I'd immediately pluck you right in the teeth, and then I'd put you in the Boston Crab. John O, thank you for the $4.99. What's going on here? No sound? If you're having sound issues, close the app and reopen it. There you go. Is everyone else having a problem or no? It seems like everything's working here. So, sound is perfect. Yeah, okay, then he's just trolling then. I would tell you my real name so you don't have to call me Jungle. Yeah, that's what we're going to have a meetup. Everyone's going to wear their YouTube names on a name tag. But thank you, John O, for the $4.99. I appreciate it. I'll put it towards my Francis Ngannou pay-per-view. If anybody wants to support my Francis Ngannou pay-per-view purchase, feel free. Feel free to super chat. I can hear you in your Maryland accent. Thank you, my friend. Okay. If I saw you in real life, I'd shave your head. Yeah, right. Good luck trying. UFC 272 a stellar fight? What are you talking about? Are you talking about, like, you want me to guess the co-main event of UFC 272? What was UFC 272 to begin with? It was Colby versus Masvidal. That card was garbage. That card was garbage. So I don't remember. It was too bad. It's 12:10 already, boys. More likely say, what if I offered you Andre Fili's mixtape? Okay. I don't remember UFC 272's co-main. UFC 272 was a garbage card. Dos Anjos versus Hanato Moicano. Ew, I Googled that, by the way. I'm not claiming to know it. I'd hit up Jack for MMA Joey merch and have Spider-Man movement with you in the restroom. Whoa, I don't even know what that means. I don't want to know. Would you agree that Usman's view that Chimaev has money now is super comfortable and lacks motivation? He also said Chimaev is a clout chaser. I don't know. I think it's visa issues, to be honest. I think it's a lot of visa issues, to be honest. What's this guy talking about? Oh, someone responded to me. I have to respond to that later. I love you, Joey. Thank you, Eric. I love you too, I guess. Any chance they give Chandler the Islam fight? No. Nope. No, they will not. Now that Ngannou versus Jones is not happening, what's your number one fight you'd like to see nowadays? Number one fight, if I could make any fight right now off the top of my head, I'm probably going Hamzat Chimaev, Shavkat Rakhmonov. That's what I would probably go with, to be quite honest. I think that would be amazing, and that's a fight that I've kind of wanted for a while now. It'd be amazing. I'm thirsty as hell, boys. Islam versus Habib. Well, I thought it was within reason, you know, not retired fighters. Mine would be Miesha Tate versus Holly Holm too. Yeah, that'd be sweet too. Yeah, or I'd make Volk versus the Korean Zombie too. Is there any chance UFC 300 has some sort of a gimmick fight on the card? Yes, there's a very good chance. It wouldn't shock me if Dana's scrambling right now to try to make the social media CEOs fight on the 28th. That'd be my guess. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Archie. How does Topuria versus Volk play out? I think Volk just outstrikes him badly. That's off the top of my head right now. I just think Topuria isn't versatile enough. He doesn't throw enough kicks. He doesn't mix in enough. He's so one-dimensional, and you can't be one-dimensional against Volk. And I don't know if Topuria's jiu-jitsu would be enough off of his back. You know? He's very good on top. He's very good when he's manhandling you. I think Volk could out-wrestle him and outstrike him. And it's not like he's some, you know, deep threat for when you're in his guard. Dream fight, Dontel Mays versus Parker Porter. I was thinking Dontel Mays versus Braxton Smith. O'Malley versus Sanhagen would be a banger one day. Agreed. Shannon Ross versus Jesus Aguilar too. Yeah, we didn't get to see it play out the first time. I'd like to see that booked up again. I'd like to see that booked up again. I really would. It'd be a barn burner. It'd be an absolute barn burner. Guys, it'd be a barn burner. I'm just happy I got my full card predictions out today. Hamzat is sitting in witness protection with Colby. Now, Colby came out of witness protection, don't you know? How much dono do we need for you to stream Ngannou Fury? We'll talk about it when it gets closer, bro. It's 3 months away. I'd probably stream it for, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I had to think about it. I'm not a big fan, but I'm definitely going to watch it. So if I watch it, I might as well stream it, I guess. But what are you talking about? You ain't donoing anyway. Jorge Masvidal sucker punches Bilal Muhammad, and Bilal would win by unanimous decision. I guess so. I guess so. What is this about? Hold on one second. Okay. How much do you think the Tyson Fury Francis Ngannou pay-per-view will cost? I don't know. I really don't know. Probably 80 or 100 would be my guess. Hamzat's in diplomatic protection. Yeah, Hamzat's probably on a terrorist list at this point because he's hanging out with a warlord. How do you see Figgy Cruz playing out? I just think Figgy has more power. Doesn't have to worry about the weight cut. I think Figgy finishes him probably or wins a decision. Colby Jorge too? No. Where were we at? Did I mix something? Hey, Buster, I was one of the who came up with Volk versus TKZ2. I'll have to know that it's a real fight to make is Renat Fakhretdinov, Tony Ferguson at 185. Yeah, Renat Fakhretdinov versus Tony Ferguson is the fight to make right now. Your pick for Ngannou versus Wardum on bare knuckle MMA should be Ngannou, but it's hard to say. I said Ngannou. I'm an idiot. Cigano. Junior Cigano dos Santos, I would say. Does Garbrandt ever get a career resurgence? No. Joey, MI7 Part 1 was amazing. I enjoyed it. I just think it was kind of cringy. The way the one woman just kept causing problems over and over and over, 17 times over. Same story over and over again. Like regurgitated 8 times. But I enjoyed it. I do kind of hate how it ends in the middle of the movie, though. That does suck. I hope next year they show both of them in the theater so you can watch one and then go back the next day and watch the other one. At this point, I remember Hamzat was seriously ill during COVID, and it wouldn't shock me if he calls it a day, likes to beat. Maybe that's why he's unable to cut. I don't know. That sucks, though. Who's your favorite fighter that is not in the UFC? I'll say Francis Ngannou now. I still think Hamzat has a future at 170. I know it sounds crazy. Yeah, we don't even know for sure he's going up to 185 yet. Hey, man, hope your stream goes well. Thank you, Mellow Coffee. Appreciate you, my friend. What do you think about Giri's matchmaking of Duraev versus Nickel? What do I think of Duraev versus Nickel? Duraev has a fight, so... I don't know. It would kind of be interesting. Tom Cruise is a bantamweight. Okay. Anyone else for Chris Montino versus Sean O'Malley, too? Sign me up. Chris Montino, Sean O'Malley, too. Sign me up, boys. That'd be a barn burner. Hamzat is currently enlisted as a foreign agent because he's in a... Okay, dude, I don't know. If Ngannou KOs Fury in round 1, he's the heavyweight boxing GOAT and heavyweight MMA GOAT. Fair enough. Oh, yeah, I don't know, dude. Duraev has a fight this Saturday, so he has to win first. Nate Jorge 2 would be the greatest. Nate Jorge 2 would be great. First one got stopped right before Nate typically starts picking up. Yeah, but they're both aged and both look horrible as of recently. Bo Nickel versus Cody Brundage. What you think? Yeah, that sounds like a fun one, bro. That sounds like a fun one. Can't wait for that one. Absolutely cannot wait for that one. Hope they book that tomorrow. I'd love to watch that as a rematch, too. I'd love to watch that as a rematch. That'd be a good one, boys. Should Bo fight Ikram? Ikram's fighting Costa, so no. Who's the most overrated fighter in the UFC? Probably Bo Nickel, honestly. Nico Price versus Jeff Neal, too. Ew. Ew. What's up, Joey? How's it going? It's going well, my friend. It is going well. It is going very well. And what number of your top is Corey Sandhagen? He is underrated in Latin America because he beat Vera. And what number of your top? What does that mean? I don't know. And what number of your top? Bo Nickel got to fight a top 15. Not going to happen. Do you think the UFC should be... Do you think there should be UFC fights longer than 5 rounds? No. I think 5 is fine. To me, Kevin Holland and Arman are a bit overrated. Dude, Kevin Holland's massively overrated. Joe, what do you think? What do you like to get for snacks when you go to the movies, and what drink if nothing or nothing at all? I don't buy anything at the movies. I don't buy any drinks. I hate popcorn. I hate hearing people eat popcorn. And everything there is like nasty and overpriced. So I don't buy anything at the movies. People doubt Fury's chin. This isn't MMA. He got up after putting down by Wilder, who's the hardest hitting heavyweight. Okay. I don't know if anyone's doubting it, but maybe they are. Maybe they are. Dude, popcorn's I can't believe people even like popcorn. I can't believe even people like popcorn. Seriously, it's just garbage. No, I don't like milk. I haven't had milk duds in years. Probably since I was a kid. Armin getting caught one time in the fight. He won every other moment. Doesn't mean he's overrated. Agreed. I do agree, my friend. I do agree. It's interesting. It's interesting now all of a sudden he's crazily overrated. What is going on here? Jesus. I'm seeing if there's any. I'm waiting to see if there's any news comes out. I'm assuming you guys would tell me, but I'm seeing. We got a lot of big fights coming up. I look forward to it. What do you think about a Sarukian versus Viziev matchup? I like it. I don't think it happens, though. But I like that a lot. I would probably pick Armin. I think his grappling would get Viziev to get tired. Sarukian means overrated in Armenian? I doubt it. Why is every Eastern European fighter with a cool name massively overrated? Demir, Guram, they're good, but they would get smoked by top fighters. I mean, I don't know, dude. It's easy to say that now, but dude, what's his name? Grant Dawson may go on to become champ at this point. I'd like Grant Dawson's chances against Islam Makhachev. I don't think he would win, but I say he'd have a good chance. His grappling is unbelievable. Thoughts on Sean O'Malley being top 5 pound for pound if he beats Aljo? That's an embarrassment. Is 85 title run done for Bobby Knuckles? Yes. I have a feeling the next news will break will Connor Chandler, if anything. We'll see. Who do you got between Shavkat and Gastelum? Shavkat by finish. I was in 4DX and seats kept moving. My dad almost fell out of the seat. LMFAO. He said it felt like he got 3 car wrecks. Yeah, dude, I got a Dolby theater, and the Dolby theater is incredible. I think Taporia beats Volk. I don't. I think Taporia is just too one-dimensional with his boxing. And I don't think Taporia has the offensive wrestling to take Volk down. What is up, Skang Biscuit? What is going on, my friend? What is going on? We've been live for over an hour already, and you just decide to pop in? You just decide to pop in? You have some nerve. Somebody commented, I think, and said you got to go live earlier. I haven't even had a chance since I posted this video. Since I posted this Francis Ngannou video, I haven't really been on YouTube. So I haven't even had a chance to read all these comments. There's so many. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because I recorded that video, recorded another video, and then I was busy the rest of the time. Until now. So, yeah, I mean, this is a lot. I don't even know if I can get through all these. It's way too many, but I'll try to read some of them. I'll try to read some of them, boys. O'Malley smokes Volk? No. I've got Volk beating Taporia and Islam in the rematch. I don't think he beats Islam in the rematch. Thanks for the stream. Got to run. Going to finish the pleasure tomorrow. We'll see about that, buddy. Mrs. in the hospital and she got 6 toes amputated. It's 5:30 a.m. here. Why did she get 6 toes amputated? What happened, dude? I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. That sucks, dude. 6 toes? I did? What's up, Blaze? You did what? I don't even remember what I asked. Hey, Joe, do you think Leon's going to deal with Colby's relentless pressure? I think he should be able to, but I don't know, dude. Colby's a weird style for anyone to beat. It wouldn't shock me if Colby won with the Marab game plan. Who are your favorite MMA content creators? None. I don't watch any of them. I literally don't even know them. I'm super excited for UFC 5. Hope they don't mess it up bad. Dude, EA Sports is a shit company. EA Sports makes shit games. THQ games. I know you play a lot of the UFC games. THQ games were way better. I'm not excited at all. I wish we could have THQ making next or this gen video games, and it would be much better. But they signed with EA Sports, the worst video game company ever. I think Volk should go for arm and fight, then make a permanent move to 50. Why? He's gonna get a title shot. He's gonna walk into a title shot. What do you think of the quick 2-month turnaround for Dricus versus Izzy? I think it's unfair to Dricus. Nico Price showing Court McGee how it's done. Exactly. Showing him how it's done. He said, let me step aside, Court. You were playing dead. I'm really gonna actually be dead here, okay? I'm actually gonna lay down and I'm gonna be out for real. Just complications with diabetes. She'll be alright, but needs to keep on top of her blood sugar. That sucks, man. That really does suck. I'm sorry to hear that. That's unfortunate. I wonder how much that affects you, losing toes. I mean, I'm sure you don't know yet, but that's crazy. I couldn't imagine. Do you think Umar beats Sandhagen with ease? That would be sufficient enough for him to get a title shot? If he did, yes, but I'm not sure he can. Undisputed 3 is GOAT. That it is. Knees to the body from side guard were amazing. ITP, MMA, Mexican martial arts are both funny, non-pretentious, and don't take themselves too seriously. I'll keep that in mind. The canvas looks ugly. The UFC canvas is always ugly, dude. Does THQ make MotoGP? I don't know, dude. Umar versus Aljo prediction. If Umar, let's say hypothetically, if Umar gets through Corey Sandhagen, I would pick Umar over Aljo. But right now, I have to go Aljo. Who should Giga Chikadze fight? Brian Ortega, but Brian Ortega seems like he's just squatting on his rank. Just watch the Francis versus Fury vid. You called it. Looks like he can have his cake and eat it too. You watched the new one, or did you watch the old one too, where I called exactly what would continue to happen? I would love to know. Hold on a second. Hold on one sec. Didn't Ortega get his shoulder ripped off? That is true. I don't know. I don't know about y'all, but Jerry MMA is the best MMA channel in my opinion. Fair enough. Jerry MMA is pretty solid. What's your opinion on Dricus? Or Dricus? It's Dricus. I got to remember to say it correctly. Dude, I don't know. I'm just shocked by his skill set. I'm shocked that he beat Whitaker. But I think Adesanya finishes him. I think Adesanya is going to meme finish him. I think people are going to try to find ways to warp the Whitaker win into him beating Adesanya. And all bets are off. If he can beat Whitaker, he could pull it off again. I mean, he could win against anyone, in my opinion. But I just think Adesanya, you look at them, their skills, Adesanya is just a far superior striker. So I think Adesanya KOs him, probably. I think Shavkat versus Gastelum must fall off. I hate choosing between them. Could Luke offer to lose to any of them? I mean, I don't really care. I just think Shavkat's going to eat Gastelum for dinner. Who's Islam next opponent most likely going to be? I can't see Dustin or Justin making a quick turnaround. I'm going to say it's going to end up being Volk. Who's the most underrated fighter in the UFC? I don't know. Nikita Krylov. He's really good. He could arguably be a champion, and nobody even talks about him. Do you think Ronda should box? No. I remember the take from months ago. Just saw your video drop today. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. I'm glad you remember it and enjoyed it. Izzy probably kills DDP. Dude, Izzy's going to KO him and already have a celebration plan, too. What's great is it's not that far away. Moreno didn't look as good as he usually does. Do you think the damage has slowed him down? Apparently, he broke his hand in the first round. That explains a lot. That explains a lot, in my opinion. So, I think that could have an effect. That could have had an effect, and that's probably why. I think Dricus hold Izzy down like Jan fight. Doubtful. Doubtful, but we'll see. We shall see. Joe, are you ready for 3 fights between Moreno and Pantoja? We've already had 3 fights between Moreno and Pantoja. I'm ready for a 4th one, though. It's the 2nd time he's broken the hand. Yeah, so it's not good when you just keep fracturing and keep breaking the same hand over and over and over again. I'm waiting for like Dana White to come out and say, massive announcement coming up. Massive announcement coming up. I'm going to go for a little bit longer, but I'm going to go pee real quick. So I'll be right back. Like the stream while I'm gone. All right, I'm back. Anyway, Joey, I'll have to make UFC Dana's announcement because Dana didn't even make them. Moreno made the flyweight division great again. Dude, the flyweight division is so good. Damn, everyone broke something on Saturday night. Do you think the wars with Romero took some out of Whitaker? It's possible. Moreno needs to take some time off. Yes, so does Pantoja, though. So does Pantoja. The first fight inside the tough house between Moreno and Pantoja doesn't count as a pro fight on both their records. However, that still means Pantoja is 3-0, 2-0. Yeah, but he's still 3-0. It doesn't matter. But either way, it doesn't really matter. Going to make an MMA channel and name it Q MMA. Fair enough. You're going to make what kind of content are you going to make? Do you think Jack Della Maddalena beats Gilbert Burns? Hard to say at this point, but maybe. I would say yes, but I don't know yet. We could say Pereira could knock out Whitaker. Yes. Happy for Ngannou, but have zero interest in the bout, exhibition or not. Agreed. Robert Whitaker's an amazing fighter, but my criticism is that he doesn't have any killer instinct. Dude, honestly, I think he's kind of checked out, dude. He's always kind of been like, don't really, doesn't really. He strikes me as the type of guy that just like hates his job. He's been like talking about, I think he's pretty much said he's thought about retiring before and stuff like that. But yeah. We shall see what's his next step. Thoughts on O'Malley wanting to... I have no idea what you're talking about. I think he already's done that. Do you think Moreno versus Cejudo would have happened with their history and beef? No, I don't think it's going to happen. Robert Whittaker's an amazing fighter. Okay, I already read that. JDM or Colby Covington? At this point, I had to take Colby. But who knows? Colby's getting older, sitting out. Hasn't beat good competition. Who knows where he's at? Who knows what JDM's grappling looks like? So that's why I got to go Colby. Does Charles fight everyone the same? Pretty much. Pretty much. Why does Bilal Muhammad... Who does Bilal Muhammad lose to in the welterweight division? Probably loses to Leon. Would lose to Kamaru. Hold up a second. What was that? I thought I just saw... Dude, I can't believe Kevin Lee retired again. Hasn't he retired before? That's crazy. Who does Bilal lose to? Loses to Leon. Loses to Shavkat. Beats everyone else. There we go. How many fights till Bo gets a title shot? 7. Who are some wasted potential fights in the UFC? There's been a lot. Hamzat versus Colby's one of them. What is Oppenheimer about? About the guy who created the atomic bomb. It's going to be a banger, dude. Christopher Nolan always makes bangers. He should have went to other promotion to improve, then return to the UFC. He was only brought into the UFC. Dude, I doubt it's his last fight. He'll come back eventually again. He shouldn't, though. He should not. I think Izzy has some of the most overrated takedown defense of all time. He was easily taken down and got his back taken by Rob and Marvin. DDP is so much better on the ground than them. That's funny, bro. That's funny. DDP is so much better on the ground than them. Did you see what he did against Brad Tavares? Did you see what happened to him against Derek Brunson? The fact that people act like DDP has some great, amazing grappling, it's just not even remotely accurate. I think Izzy could literally take down DDP. I literally think Izzy could take down DDP. Now, DDP has good ground and pound and good jiu-jitsu on top. Maybe that makes him different. But to act like he's some type of Khabib Nurmagomedov isn't even accurate. I don't think... I think if he does get Izzy down, Izzy will get right back up. Like he always has. DDP's poor man's Hamza. I don't even think that. I think that's a bit of overhyping him. Do you think they really push back Islam to November, December for Charles? No, they will not. They have a deal with Abu Dhabi. The card will be UFC 294. He subbed Darren Till. Darren Till taps out to anything, bro. Darren Till quit in that fight. So... DDP just mauled Rob on the ground. Yeah, Rob also took him down. I mean, that literally means he took down Robert Whittaker and beat him up. I mean, that means something, but to act like, you know what I mean? To act like that proves that he's some elite world-class wrestler against everyone is crazy. You know, he essentially held Robert Whittaker down for like 35 seconds. 35 seconds. He beat him up while he had him down there. He held Robert Whittaker down for 35 seconds, and now we have to act like all of a sudden he's going to maul everyone in the division. Dude, the way he attempted to take down Brad Tavares and end up on his back, I'm pretty sure, didn't he end up on his back against Till? He ended up on his back versus Whittaker. We have to be realistic about what he did. I think people are now going to overhype him because of the win over Whittaker, which is a solid win, don't get me wrong. But I don't see elite level grappling there at all. You know, he's got good jiu-jitsu. I'll leave it at that. I don't think the wrestling isn't that good. Dricus was taken down by Darren Till. I thought so. I know he ended up on his back, but I couldn't remember. Dude, Till literally quit. It wasn't even under the chin. Dude, chill with spam in the chat, all right, bro? I get it. You're a super fan. Till and Izzy are both strikers. Is there a chance? Is there a chance what? So who would you favor between DDP and Cannonier? I'd pick Cannonier against DDP, to be honest. I'd pick Cannonier. I'd be pretty confident in Cannonier, but DDP has proved me wrong countless times, so you never know. People always think because they make picks with emotion, they think other people make picks with emotion. There's no emotion behind that. I'm just giving my thoughts, you know. Did you see the clip Izzy posted about? Yeah, I've already seen that, dude. He said it after the Perez fight. I was telling you guys about that. Was that last night? But yeah, I knew that happened. I even left it on a pinned comment on my video from 2 days ago. You know? What do you think about Cameron Simon? Looks pretty good. Still very young. Still a lot to do. Still a lot to grow. Who came the closest to beating Izzy on points? I think Marvin and Robert were close. When did Marvin Vettori ever come close to beating Izzy? Maybe we're living in different realities. I don't know that. I've never seen that. Was there a third fight I missed? I've seen both of them, but I don't remember him ever coming close. Dude got outworked and was delusional about saying he won. And Marvin got 50-45. Say no more. Kenny has a such chin. Almost got slept by Marvin and Rob. When has Cannonier ever been finished at middleweight? I don't think he has been. So I don't know. I mean, we could say Dricus has a sus chin then. I mean, he's been hurt. He almost got finished by Brunson. Almost got finished by Till. A little bit of an exaggeration. It's a little bit of an exaggeration, but you get my point. Is it safe to say Dricus dilly-dallies in racism? No, dude, I don't think so. I don't think he means anything by it, to be honest. I said that in my video. But what it is Dricus has made his comments that he's made, and then you have the weirdos who are obsessed with some type of racial dispute just latching onto it, you know? And it's just, I don't know. It's just annoying. I think Izzy paid off Rob. Maybe. Dude, honestly, I'm trying not to make excuses for Whitaker. Dude, it looked like Whitaker threw that fight. I'm telling you from the jump, I said, why is he fighting kind of weird? Like, he wasn't getting out in and out well. He was kind of hanging out there waiting to get clipped. It just didn't seem like him. How much of a threat to DDP to Izzy? I don't know. I'm trying to think, dude. I'm starting to get tired now. I think DDP has like a maybe 10% chance of winning. I'd say 10%. I can't believe Bobby got dropped by half a jab. That is true. I wonder if Whitaker was injured, or maybe even though he said he was taking him seriously, he didn't take him seriously. Only he knows, and he's not going to come out. Izzy made Dricus' factual statement about race for some odd reason. Dude, I don't know. It's all dumb. Dricus said some dumb shit. Izzy said some dumb shit. They're just trying to sell a fight. And it's annoying. Just 10, really? Yeah, dude, I don't think he... Dude, he's not beating Izzy. Look how good Izzy is. Are people delusional about how good Izzy is? We saw the best version of Rob at 290. We don't even know that. I mean, it's impossible to know. It's impossible to know we saw the best version of Rob. It didn't look like it. Respect for Rob for taking the loss like a man, even though was embarrassing to lose to Dricus. We'll see what happens. We'll know from here. Because if Adesanya goes out there and embarrasses Dricus, then we know it was an off night from Whitaker. If not, then we know, okay, Dricus is really that good. But we got to give him credit no matter what. That's why I'm not trying to delegitimize him or anything. I'm just giving my honest opinion. Whitaker seemed a little bit weird in that fight. I just really find it hard to believe Dricus pulls off the upset. I just don't believe that. Luckily, it's right around the corner. So, literally 2 months away. 2 months ago was the beginning of May. So, that's crazy to me. I don't like Starburst, no. Will DDP and Izzy have a rematch whoever wins? No. Nope. I still don't like DDP's chances against a lot of the division. I'd pick Brendan Allen over DDP. And I'm not even high on Brendan Allen. I'd pick Chris Curtis over DDP. I know people are going to say I'm biased, but I would pick him. Let's see who else. I'd probably pick Costa over DDP. And again, he's proven me wrong time after time. It's hard for me to even imagine he's number one. I'd pick Roman Dolidze over DDP. I'd pick DDP over Alex Pereira because he'd be able to out-grapple him for sure. I'd pick Cannonier. I'd pick him over Marvin Vettori. I'd pick Sean Strickland over DDP for sure. Paulo Costa is a question mark. Could go either way. Pick him over Derek Bronson. I'd pick Roman Dolidze. I'd pick DDP over Jack Hermanson. I'd pick Brendan Allen over him. I'd pick him over Kelvin Gastelum. I'd pick Nasruddin Imavov over DDP. I'd pick DDP over Andre Muniz, and I'd pick Chris Curtis over DDP. So, okay, now you're just being biased. Give him my opinion. Like, what bias do I have against Dricus? Why would I even hate him? Why would I dislike him in any way? For some reason, because everyone else is so emotional to certain fighters, I have to be. Strickland can't beat DDP. Yeah, but Strickland has really good takedown defense and decent boxing. That is true. Imavov's cardio. You're probably right. I'd probably pick DDP over Imavov because Imavov's cardio I don't trust. Allen has a sus chin. DDP finds a big shot. Okay, well, maybe I'm getting carried away with Brendan Allen too. But I don't know. Brendan Allen's jiu-jitsu is really good and he has okay striking. DDP striking is horrible but effective. Agreed. I just don't know how you could watch Dricus beat Whitaker and then pick Curtis to beat him. I don't know, man, but I think that's a bad pick. You think Curtis is getting rocked by a jab? You think Curtis is getting rocked by a jab? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And also, Curtis has some of the best takedown defense in the division. If DDP beat Curtis, it would just be on volume. You know, I don't think he'd go out there and maul him. When I've talked to Curtis, I was telling him, dude, this was for over the last year or so before DDP was in the title picture. I said, dude, you got to get that fight with DDP. I said, that's the best matchup for you in the division. So, I've said that to him multiple times. It is what it is. You can dislike the opinion. You can disagree with the opinion. But it's just the way I think, you know. People can say it's biased. I have no reason to dislike the guy. I've defended the guy. So, it's just my opinion. Dricus is a better fighter than Rob. Maybe he is. Or maybe styles make fights. Maybe styles make fights. Chris Curtis versus Bo Nickel. How would that go? It's impossible to know how good Bo is yet. He's fought nothing but grocery store cashier, so I don't know. Besides the thing that you showed us recently, has Kurt broke news to you before like that? Maybe, maybe not. Is he Jack asking questions? Weird questions. Curtis's hands are levels above DDP's. Look, I'm not gonna lie. If Chris Curtis somehow got a fight with DDP right now, I'm betting at least 250 on Curtis. Probably by stoppage. Probably by second round stoppage. Because the odds would be real good. The odds would be real good. I want to see RoboCop versus Bo. They're just going to baby Bo for a while. Izzy's hard to keep down, but Rob and Marvin took him down a few times. That's why I said they were close. Maybe. When Sean Brady gets better, maybe Brady versus Usman. By the time Sean Brady gets to a point to get to fight like that, I don't think he's fighting Brady. I don't think DDP loses to Delidze either. Delidze's horrible in the feet technically, and I think DDP would have success chopping up Delidze's legs. Maybe you're right. Maybe you are. I think Delidze would submit DDP. I think he would submit him. Delidze's jiu-jitsu is unbelievable. I think he manhandled DDP on the ground. I'd love to see it, but it's not going to happen. We'll have to watch that later on, maybe. We'll have to watch that later on. Hold on. He isn't fighting the top 15 anytime soon. Makes sense. If he beats Jack, how does he lose to Chris? Jack beat Curtis on the feet. Styles make fights. You ever heard of that? Styles make fights, you know? That's probably why. MMA math doesn't work. That's probably why. I'd pick Strickland over DDP. Baralho versus Bo. Who wins? I'd pick Baralho. Baralho. Who does Usman fight next? And does Hamzat fight next? We obviously saw the Jarrett rumor. So maybe Jarrett. Who does Usman fight next? I'm thinking maybe Hamzat Jarrett comes to fruition, but I don't know. As far as Usman, I'm going to say maybe the UFC will just go all out and pick Usman versus JDM next if JDM's just murks him. I think they're going to feed no chin Phil Halls to Bo. Maybe, maybe not. Knowing now Rob melts to jabs, who do you have winning between Rob and Strickland? Honestly, after seeing that performance, I take Strickland over Rob. Styles make fights. That's why Pantoja has a K over Islam. Sure. Exactly. Yeah, well, he's underrated for that. People forget about that. I think Stipe and John will run it back one more time. Meanwhile, the winner of Aspinall, Tybura, and Pavlovich will fight for the interim. Makes sense to me. But I doubt they run it back. Instead of Kelvin, they should have made Usman Shavkat. Agreed. Such a better fight, too. Do you know where JDM is going to be placed on the card? I'm assuming co-main. I put him in my prediction video as co-main. Let me check their website and see if they updated it. They don't have it on the website. They have it on the website now, but it's not placed on the card. If it is, it's on the prelims right now, based on the current placement. But they probably just haven't fixed that yet. Dude, this picture of Mayra Bueno Silva is so creepy on the website, by the way. It's going to give me nightmares. JDM may end up on the prelims. Brendan Allen versus Bo Nickel. I'd take Brendan Allen right now. I still want Brendan Allen cut for that clown call he had. Yeah, oh yeah. I want the loser. I want him if he loses. UFC's website. On the ESPN Wax, it says JDM's on the prelim. Yeah, it says that on the UFC's website, basically, but it's probably just not updated yet. I thought Usman Chimaev... I'd be shocked if JDM ain't on the main card. He's going to be a main card. I thought Usman Chimaev was official. No. Never was official. Did Usman say he's going to wait for Leon Colby? It wouldn't shock me if he waits for that, just takes the rest of the year off, and prays that Colby wins. Because if Colby wins, Usman's getting the next title shot. Rob beats Strickland. Rob is good at coming into the pocket and leaving. He will fix his hole against Southpaws if he loses. Okay. Whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say, buddy boy. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let me X out of these 60 million tabs I have here. I have 100 million tabs. I better get at least 1,000 views on this Home versus Bueno Silva fight card. It's only got 500 views. That's painful to see. I knew it was going to do bad, but I had to just stick to it. Joey is live. Everyone like the stream. That is true. If you guys could all go like the stream, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you guys could also all go subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications immediately, I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean the world. Thank you so much. And if everyone in here could send a $500 super chat immediately, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. I'm waiting for them the red donations are my favorite donations. So if you want to be remembered when we got like 200,000 subs in like 5 years, the red donations are the way to my heart. Let me stop. Any underrated fights you were looking forward to? Off the top of my head, Rob Font versus Song Yadong is one I'm looking forward to. Let's see what else we got. Ew. Joanne Wood versus Priscilla Cachoeira. I'm not going to lie. UFC 291's prelims are not that great. Underrated fights. Yeah, all the ones that I'm really looking forward to are kind of like really already known about. I'll throw out Andrea Lee versus Natalia Silva. Andrea Lee versus Natalia Silva is what I'm looking forward to. That's a good fight on UFC 292 that nobody's going to be talking about. I think Manon might get a finish. Maybe so. Can't wait to wake up at 5 in the morning to see Max beat the dead corpse of Korean Zombie. That is true. Dude's just going to pick the corpse of Korean Zombie. If JDM's opponent wins, MMA isn't real, and I'm never making a pick again. That's true. Leon versus Colby, early prediction. Dana also confirmed it's either MSG or Abu Dhabi in the latest post-fight presser. Yeah, Leon came out and said that this weekend. I am going to go early prediction Leon. But honestly, my gut is telling me Colby. I feel like Colby can Marab his way to a win. Walt Harris versus Josh Parisian's butt crack. Ew. Someone please tell me who is JDM? Jack Della Maddalena. Should I bet the house on Rose to beat Manon? No. Why is September 16th card just a fight night? Because there's a pay-per-view on the week before. And they wanted to do a fight card on Mexican Independence Day. How would you react if Alex pulls off the upset against Jan? Oh my God. He pulled off an upset against Jan. That's so crazy. Oh my God. Yeah. That's how would I react. Munoz retires Vera. Doubtful. Colby will win and 170 is finished. Dude's never going to defend the title against a contender. Grant Dawson needs to retire. Anyone calling out the rotting corpse of Tony needs to be investigated. I know. 2 fights in a row, too. What's your favorite weight division right now? Bantamweight or lightweight? Joey, go with your gut, because every time I pick against it, I'm wrong. I've got Leon, and I've picked Leon in the last 3. Has Colby ever been finished except for Usman? Not that I remember. But maybe. Maybe so. Yeah, I don't think Vera's getting retired, but okay. Dude said he's going to get retired. He's going to get retired. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about all that. I think Vera wins that one, to be honest. Steven Seagal, thank you for the 1 month of membership. If Josh's butt comes out, it's over for Harris. Yeah, maybe he's going to pull off the Rikishi finishing move. Maybe he'll pull out Rikishi's finishing move. Imagine Josh Parisian. Is that even illegal? Is there a rule against disrobing? Colby was submitted by Warley Alves. You're right. Wasn't it? I think it was a guillotine. I bet the house Leon knows he's got to knock him out too. Maybe. Colby sits out 3 years with the belt, and Dana says he's the best in the world. That's true. Thank you for the 1 month of membership, Steven. There are X factors in Leon versus Colby. We haven't seen Colby fight in over a year, and he might feel ring rust. Dude, I would laugh my ass off if Leon slept him in the first round. That'd be so enjoyable. Because if he wins, he's going to ruin the division. What are your thoughts on Rose's return for a step down in competition, especially a non-title fight? I think she's going to get smashed. Manon Fior is a hard matchup for her, up a weight class. What would you have as a prediction for Colby versus Leon Salt Lake City? I don't know. I'll probably go Leon. Because he's used to that elevation now, boys. Same man finished the fight before landing an illegal blow. That is true. Isn't it crazy that Hooker beat Turner while Hooker was injured? Turner was robbed. Brutally robbed. Scoring is damage-based. Dan Hooker had a broken arm. And what else? Something else was broken too. Got to give it to Turner. Got to give it to Turner now, boys. I'm kidding, but you get my point. What's funny is, where was all these statisticians at recently? I saw someone reposting the stats. Moreno had outstruck Pantoja in every round according to stats outside of one, if I'm not mistaken. And I didn't see the statisticians. I didn't see them coming out in full force. I didn't see them coming out in full force. Manon is definitely not a step down. She's an amazing fighter. Yeah, but I guess a step down from, like, Weili Zhang, I guess. Turner's dead to me after that fight. Dude cost me on tap. That is true. Andy would have won if Turner would have got the decision. Despite the... if Moreno would have won, you would have got it too. And I thought Moreno did win. That's the part that sucks. I wonder what Leon and Colby will say to each other at the press conference. Who knows, dude? Who knows? If Colby wins the belt, he will defend and beat the dead corpse of Usman, then retire. I don't think he beats Usman. I think Usman's got his number. But we'll see. We shall see. But that press conference is going to be cringy as hell. People are going to be like, yeah, I got to tune in. Colby's so funny. Colby's going to make some jokes. We're going to laugh hysterically. Okay. Alrighty then. Dan DuBronx Hooker with the bleached hair. Only one Mexican won, or Mexican MMA so good. The Shannon Ross KO was so brutal, 17 seconds, it was nasty. Who do you take if Bilal and Leon rematch down the road? Right now, I would take Leon. But depending on the information we got, I think it's possible Bilal's improved enough to beat Leon, and also we didn't get to see the fight play out that much the first time. Does Francis throw a nuke of a hand to win or nah? It's possible, but probably not. Despite the BMF title, what are you more excited for? DDP or DP versus Justin or Umar Corey? Probably DP versus Justin. I was there a lot at 290 Live. As soon as Trump showed up to the arena, every Mexican lost. Okay. I definitely see Colby making fun of groin shots, fence grabs, and eye pokes. Who knows, dude? Dude's a cornball. Who knows what weird story he's going to make up? Who knows? I don't really necessarily care. I won't be listening to it. I'll catch the clips. I'll catch the clips. So... third graders have better jokes. Yeah, dude, I think he pays like some type of hobo or something to pre-write some jokes for him. Dustin and Justin is so easy on the tongue. Okay. Pantoja was durable as hell against Moreno. That is true. That is very true. I've got Dustin and Alex P right now. I think Alex will stuff the takedowns and outstrike Jan to a decision. I don't trust Alex P's chin on a quick turnaround like that. I don't trust his chin on a quick turnaround like that, my friend. Do you think the UFC intentionally delayed Khamzat's return to give him a contender shot directly to any division? No. No, I think it's something to do with his visa. I might just have to make a video on it and speculate about it because I've been wanting to for a while, but I've been waiting for more information. And that information will never, it seems like it's never going to materialize. Just never going to materialize. Which is actually super annoying. Super annoying. This was my parlay on Saturday. Imagine my pain. Rebovics, Gomes, Turner, and Hooker going 3 rounds. Volk KO or points. Pantoja and Whitaker KO points. That sucks, bro. Whitaker did you dirty. Whitaker did you dirty. Whitaker really did you dirty, my friend. That sucks ass, bro. What was the payout? What was the payout, my friend? That's the real question. I can't believe we've already been on here for 2 hours. I really can't believe it, boys. And luckily for you guys, I'll be live again tonight, aka on Wednesday. I go live every Wednesday night for those of you guys wondering. Isn't Hamzat fighting Cannonier? Not 100%. I wish we had Magomed versus Jan rematch part 2. Maybe that gets booked if Yuri gets the next title shot. I think they should book it. Do you think Costa will retire if he loses to Ikram? I feel like it. No. If anything, he'll try to fight out his contract and go to YouTube Boxers or something. You see the clip of Connor sparring and hitting the nasty body kick? No, I did not. I did not see it. Do you think Costa will retire if he loses? No, I think he'll just try to get out of his contract eventually. I'm not even sure if he's fighting Ikram, to be honest. I'm not really sure that he's fighting Ikram. Man, what happened to Luque versus Dos Anjos happening this weekend? I don't remember. Did that get moved to another date? Didn't Luque pull out or something? I don't remember what happened there. I do not remember what happened there. We got a lot of big fights coming up. What's the next card after this one? Let me go take a look. Ooh, Aspinall versus Tibura. How many fights on the card, boys? 15 fights on the card. Damn, I got a lot of research to do. I might get an early start on that. Jeff Fialho versus Daniel Perez. Bruno Brazil versus Shauna Banan. Brian Barberina. Makhmud Muradov. Ketlin Vieira. Panini Kazad. Danny Roberts. Johnny Parsons. Chris Duncan. Yanal Ashmos. Mark Jacasey versus Joe Alvarez. Davey Grant versus Daniel Marcos. Michael Parkin versus Jamal Porguez. Andre Muniz versus Paul Craig. That's a banger. Nathaniel Wood, Andre Feely should be good. LaRon Murphy versus Joshua Coulibaugh should be good. Then the rest of the card is just shit. It's just absolute shit. Yeah, Dos Anjos versus Luque is until August 12th. I gotta get started on my full card predictions for this. I really gotta start doing my tape study earlier during the week, because it just kills me on Sunday. I'm already tired from Saturday. What I'm probably gonna do is work on my full card predictions on Saturday and not stream the card. This card this Saturday is garbage, so I probably just won't stream it and just do my full card picks. I think. I hate watch MMA at noon. Is that what time is it at? Ew, 2 fights from now is in the middle of the afternoon. Ew. Ew, Home versus Bueno Silva's main card's at 10. Aspinall versus Tapura main card at 3 p.m. Card starts at 12. Ew. That's bullshit. Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov 10 p.m. Luque Dos Anjos 7 p.m. Sterling O'Malley 10 p.m. 8 a.m. for Holloway versus the Korean Zombie. What an ugly card that is, too. I don't even want to watch that garbage. Wasn't a fan of Bilal because he blanketed Thompson and Luque, but man, after that KO, Brady was impressed. And also he outclassed Gilbert Burns. What are the chances Sean O'Malley can beat Aljo? 15%. Thinking about doing a Francis video tonight, but it's 12:10. When are you getting your new lights, bro? I'm curious what it looks like when you get your new lights. Make sure you play with it too. Pause. Make sure you play with it, and like you might aim them away from you. Put a diffuser on there and then aim it at the wall behind you. Just whatever looks perfect on camera. Sandhagen versus Umar, a banger. Yeah, dude, I love that matchup. I love that matchup. The lights arrived. Also play with it. We'll plug them in right now, dude. Plug them in right now. Holloway Zombie prelims start at 2 and where I'm at. That sucks. Yeah. It's like a wild fireman's hose. You just got to hang on tight and pray it doesn't get in your nose or mouth. Hit that. Ew. Yeah, guys, we've gone 2 hours, boys. I can't. The 2 hours has flown by. It's 1:11 in the morning. I'm going to try to go to bed and get some rest, I think. I went to bed at 1 a.m. I finally went to sleep at like 1. I felt good today, boys. I felt good. I'm like, damn, I'm rested today. Went to bed at 1 a.m. Got like 6 hours of sleep. I was like, this is good. This is good. So I'm going to try to get to bed by 2, hopefully. Who is next for Sandhagen? I'm sure he will win. Title shot if he wins. But yeah, dude, put the lights up. Check it out. Play with it a little bit. And figure it out. Dude, do it after the stream and send us a picture like of what your camera looks like with it. I bet you it looks a lot better. Hot take, Santos versus Blanchard is probably the best fight on the Korean Zombie card. Not a hot take. I 100% agree with you, and I even think I said it in a video, if I'm not mistaken. I think I even said it in a video. I got mad, like hot, when I was about to get on stream, and I put my AC on 64. So my house is just feeling good right now. What did you put in your video that Dana was cucking you? What was he copywriting, dude? Don't put any clips in your videos ever. It ain't worth it, dude. It ain't worth it. It is not worth it. You got to just stick to making your own content. That's it. Personalized content. You don't need that clip to be successful. If anything, put a picture. That's what I do. That's what I do. But yeah, I think I'm going to get out of here, boys. What do you guys think? I think it's about damn time. I went 2 hours. I'll be live. I will be live tonight around 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern. If you guys have any final questions, throw them in the chat. We've gone over the Ngannou situation in depth. We've covered it all. We've had a damn good time. And yeah, this was a legendary stream for sure. I enjoyed it. I had a fun time. But it's up now, though. So no fight I'll watch along this Saturday? Probably not. I might do it, but probably not. Yeah, dude, it ain't worth getting copyright. Nope, at all. Guys, can you guys all do me a massive favor? I'm going to ask you to do a massive favor right now. Even if you don't want to listen to it, I need everyone to go to my full card prediction video, watch it, like let it play all the way through, and like it. Help boost it in the algorithm, dude. It's a terrible card. It's a terrible card. I would really appreciate it, guys, if you all went there. If you all went there. And then afterwards, if you have not already watched it, this video is already doing good in the algorithm. But if you have not already watched it, go watch the latest Francis Ngannou video. But watch them both. Let the Holly Holm video run through. If you would be so kind, if you want to support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, like the stream on your way out, boys. We will be live tonight, as in Wednesday night as well. And I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to get some sleep. And I will be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow. and it'll be the best stream of all time, boys. Like this stream on your way out. Subscribe to the channel on your way out. Goodbye and good night, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. I will talk to you later.